Hello, all, and welcome to our fifth episode of Cafecitos with Orange County. I am Antonia Cortes Sanchez, navigator with Family Success Alliance with the Health Department. Today, we are going to talk about issues of concerns that arise during the COVID-19 pandemic, domestic violence and rape crisis faced here in our very own Orange County, and no one wants to talk about it. Today, we are going to talk about how to look for help, who to contact, and what happens if you face court, how to prepare for court during domestic violence. Those are the topics we hear our community wants to know. We have very special panelists, and today we have Soleir.
Hi, good afternoon. I'm Soleir Gordon-Schaefer, and I'm the Latino Services Coordinator at the Orange County Rape Crisis Center.
Hi, I'm Madison Burke. I'm Director of Court Advocacy and Community Response at Compass Center in Chapel Hill.
Hi, everyone. My name is Xochitl Mendez, and I'm the manager of the Latinx service at Compass Center.
Nice to have you here with us, ladies. Thank you for being here. Soleil, we know that during the COVID-19 pandemic, many suffer the scourge of rape in silence, and a lot of concerns have been raised. What supports is there for survivors of sexual violence and their loved ones? What does your agency do to help?
Thank you for the invitation, Antonia. Definitely, talking about sexual abuse is a topic that was not talked about much before because of the delicate and uncomfortable fear, guilt, and shame that is for people who have suffered from this crime and that also affects their loved ones. Today, it is a topic that now is constantly in the news and social media. In a way, it's good to see that now the survivors have the courage and raise their voices against sexual violence, telling their testimonies, their healing process, the legal and emotional support they receive. Rape is any sexual activity committed by force against the will of a person to hurt, humiliate, and have power and control over a person, and can include rape. And rape can be committed by a family member, lovers, boyfriends, girlfriends, spouse, and strangers. At the Orange County Rape Crisis Center, we are working in the community for more than 45 years, and the services serving this county, our services are completely free and confidential. We have a 24 hours helpline, and the number is 919-967-7273. We have a line where people can send text messages, and the number is 919-904-5211. And also we have a chat online. For that you can go to the website doing www.ocrcc.org. And also we have advocates and support by going to court, hospital, and other appointments related to the case. We have support groups, workshops, case management, bilingual therapy, and also outreach in the community, bringing information about our services and creating awareness and prevention about sexual violence. The third Friday of each month, we have free tests for HIV and STD. For people that need these services, they have to make an appointment, and it will be from 10 in the morning to 11 in the afternoon. In addition to this, OCRCC offers education programs to raise awareness about sexual violence and teach prevention skills. Many of our programs are offered in Spanish. Through all of these services, we support survivors of sexual abuse. If you know of someone who is experiencing sexual violence, please help them by giving them the information about our program.
All great information. Thank you for that, Soleil. Xochitl, how do you help people who are experiencing or have experienced sexual, physical, verbal, and emotional abuse during this domestic violence crisis?
Okay, Antonia. First, thank you for having us. To answer this question, I will explain about Compass Center services. So Compass Centers provide services in three main different areas. The first one is self-sufficient services. We provide financial education, career exploration, legal referrals. The second one is community education and outreach, and we have a couple programs in different schools about prevention and sex education. Also, we have our main service, that is the crisis service. And for those services, I will explain a little more in detail to answer that questions. We provide support in crisis time through 24 hours hotline. We provide safety planning. This is a very important tool to consider when victims are in an abusive relations or intend to leave, as there are several factors to consider. We have also safe housing and emergency housing program. And since Orange County doesn't have shelter, we provide 3 different apartments located in Chapel Hill to support victims who are fleeing and from a situation of violence. Also, we have the micro housing programs. And these programs provide access to transitional housing for survivors who have been displaced by violence. We usually support clients with rent, moving expenses, utilities, and also we provide case management. Also, we have the mental health access program, and we offer up to 16 individual sessions with a licensed therapist for victims of domestic violence who reside in Orange County. Also, we have support groups, and this is a space, healing space, and we have self-esteem, art, domestic violence, sexual assault. We have different topics. And also we have a legal reference, and for that topic, Madison will explain later about all the support that she provides to clients in the court. And well, I just want to make sure that everyone knows that our programs are completely free and accessible for Orange County residents and also across North Carolina. Remember that we provide service regardless age, gender, race, social class, immigration status, religion, sexual education. And we know that making the decision to ask for help is really difficult and require a lot of courage. So we want to give all the clients the maximum support possible. So thank you, Antonia.
Thank you, Xochitl. It's amazing to hear that everything's free of service. That was amazing. Madison, we understand that when a person is affected by domestic violence, because they are afraid and no one of those fears is going to court or perhaps placing a restraining order on their abuser, they may not know how to do it. Can Compass Center help with that? Or how do the paperwork in court work? I think that many people in our community are afraid to go to court. We may have many undocumented who don't even speak English. Can you tell us a little bit about that, Madison?
Yes, of course. So Compass Center can help anyone who wants to participate in the legal process. It's important to note, however, that we are not attorneys. I'm not an attorney, so we cannot give legal advice, just legal information. However, we do collaborate with several attorneys in the community so we can help a client connect with one if that is something they are interested in. So at our agency, we can help a client get a protective order, which is also known as a DVPO, or Domestic Violence Protective Order, and is also sometimes called a 50B order. So this order can provide immediate legal protection to people who find themselves in situations of domestic violence. Through this order, an abuser can be ordered to stay out of the house, to not contact the victim, to not abuse, assault, harass, or etc., to stay a certain distance away from him or her, and more. The victim can also ask for possession of the house, even if the mortgage or the lease is not in her name, possession of the vehicle, even if the title or lease of the car is not in her name, and temporary full legal custody of children that are shared with the abuser. The first step to getting a 50B order is to contact the Compass Center through our crisis line, and the number is 919-929-7122, and you can call 24/7. An advocate will tell you a little bit more about the process and then help you with the paperwork. You can get a protective order Monday through Friday in the mornings, because everything has to be submitted to the court by 11:45 a.m. After someone submits the paperwork, the judge decides whether or not to grant the ex parte order, which means an emergency or an immediate order to the victim. And then a court hearing is scheduled within 10 days, and an officer from the sheriff's office will serve the abuser with a copy of the paperwork. If the abuser violates a condition of the order, they can be charged with a criminal charge. The order itself is a civil action, so the order will not send someone to jail or show up on a criminal record, but if they violate the order, that can be a criminal charge. On the day of the hearing, the judge will review the case and decide whether or not to grant the victim a permanent 50B order, which can last for a year, but the orders can be renewed after the first year for periods of 2 years at a time. And these cases in Orange County are heard on Thursdays at the Orange County Courthouse in Hillsborough. However, because of the COVID pandemic, folks are also able to participate via a video call if they are not able to get to the courthouse. And we know that many people are afraid to go to court, but you are not required to present any type of identification, and no one asks about immigration status, and everyone in the country, regardless of their immigration status, has a right to participate in the legal system. There is no cost to get a 50B order, and Compass Center can help by referring you to an attorney who may be able to represent you for free. And again, this type of order is a civil action, so it will not send someone to jail or show up on a criminal background check. But again, if the abuser violates the order and the victim reports the violation, then there may be criminal consequences. And we are at the courthouse in Hillsborough on Thursdays, so you will not be alone. And if you are interested in learning more, again, please call us at our crisis number, which is 919-929-7122.
All of that was great information. Thank you for that. Well, I want to take this moment to thank my colleagues for this wonderful information and the other trusted partners we have in our community. We are in this together, and together as a community, we will get through this. Thank you for being here with us and